Welcome back to another episode of Zero to Hero. This is going to be our first episode of 2022. I am welcomed with my co-host Jim and a new guest from TikTok. And yes, I know we flood this podcast with TikTok creators, but some of the coolest people you meet, their content is on.
We had two Instagram people. We're doing pretty good.
I think we're doing pretty good, but hey, let's welcome in the one, the only, Ben. How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you guys doing?
It's not bad over here, right?
Oh my goodness.
It's freezing. It's so cold.
It's January 2021, and you know, like the South gets cold around this time. The only time of the year it gets cold is like January, February. The rest of the year it's flipping hot. No. Got 2 months of being cold.
Oh yeah.
We had like an 80-degree Christmas, and then New Year's was like 20, 30 degrees.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the South.
Yeah, the South has more the weather's more bipolar than the people here.
No, it might be about the same.
Yeah. So I guess let's like break down into it. Like I came across your profile and you had Power Rangers lower on it, and that's what got me to follow you. Was that always something that you were into, or did you kind of picked up later on in life?
Well, when I watched the first episode when it came out back in '93. I was like 7. It was just a new show. I decided to watch it. My brothers, I had 2 older brothers, didn't really care to watch it, so I watched it by myself, and I just got hooked. I loved it. Didn't really watch a whole lot past Mighty Morphin, maybe a little bit with Zeo. I just kind of was disgruntled that they changed their costumes. I love the Mighty Morphin costumes. But then I found...
You're one of those people, like, if anything changes, you're like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah. That's how it was. I was like, and then Turbo happened. So,
yeah, Turbo was rough.
The train wreck.
It was yeah.
It was rough.
I found a new love for it probably about 5 years ago. I realized or noticed that Bandai was coming out with their legacy line of Zords and figures and weapons, and so I just started collecting from there.
The legacy line was pretty solid for the weapons, like the Zeo staff. I really want one, but they're expensive.
My brother got one. I think he might have gotten it on special because it came out not long before Toys R Us started to close. So we would go to Toys R Us like 2 times a week to see what Power Ranger toys they had.
That's interesting though, because I wish Toys R Us was still around.
Didn't they just reopen one recently?
Yeah, they reopened one in New Jersey.
Yeah. There are still some in Canada, but not in the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have one in Jersey and then some in Canada. I'm not going to Jersey. Not a chance.
No. Gonna wait.
Nope. Sorry, anyone who listens to our show in Jersey, my condolences. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
It reminds me of a Weird Al song, "I'll Sue Ya," and I think the line in the song was, "I sued American Airlines because I went to New Jersey and it sucked."
All right, well, that's a fair, valid point, though. Okay.
It's like, well, you're not wrong. It's all
yeah, you're not wrong.
It's all bad. Like, I've been to Jersey, and like they pump your gas for you, and it doesn't. Like, there's only 2 states to do it: Oregon and New Jersey. And in both cases, you're like, get away from me. I can put my own damn gas.
I have my own gas.
Yeah.
You know, paranoid and stuff. You're like, get away from me. Get.
Touch the paint.
It's like, don't you touch my car? What are you doing? Get away! I have a knife. Okay, so you kind of got out of a Turbo. Did you, by any chance, pick it up in space or no?
I watched, I think, the beginning of In Space for maybe a few episodes, and then
It didn't really.
got
It didn't catch your attention.
I think I was kind of, since I hadn't watched it probably like a year or so.
You're like, who are these people?
I didn't know who anybody was. I thought Andros was Tommy for a second because of his long hair. I was like, is that Tommy? Is that Tommy? No, it wasn't Tommy. It was Andros.
Oh, no.
Like, who is this person? Oh, okay.
I have recently tried to catch up because I got the Mighty Morphin seasons from Walmart. They're like $35-$40.
Okay.
Pretty cheap for the set. And then my brother's got most of them on DVD, so I like snagged his Zeo to Lost Galaxy, and so I haven't got. I got up to Zeo, but I had stopped watching it. I need to get back into it.
Okay, well, Turbo's gonna be rough, but it's kind of fun.
Right.
Just enjoy the ride. It's a fever dream.
Mm-hmm.
Though In Space is really good. Lost Galaxy is pretty solid. Once you get past that, though, I think you get into Lightspeed Rescue at that point. Lost Galaxy Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue is it's good, but there's a lot of family issues in that one. You're like,
yeah.
Have you ever heard of a YouTuber, like it's a blogger / YouTuber called Linkara?
Oh yeah, I watched all his history of Power Ranger. I don't think they're on I think he started upload because for a while he took them all off the
he keeps
YouTube for a while
and stuff for YouTube, so he has to take them down.
I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, he has a website called Top to Fourth Wall. If you ever want to hit it up, so that's where his website's at. And so he has all the stuff there. I think it's on Daily Motion or something like that, where he has them all uploaded to, something like that. I don't really remember. I haven't been to his website in a little bit of time.
I think he's been slowly uploading them onto YouTube.
Okay. All right, works for me because I do miss seeing his content. I haven't seen his stuff in a while. Yeah. He has that thing. Is like I was in college when I found out about who he was, and he was part of the Nostalgia Critic group of people. And if you don't know who the Nostalgia Critic is, that's fine. But he was part of that group of people for that. And he had a really fun quote. It was like, "I am a man." He would punch stuff. Like, "I am a man." Punch things. So dumb.
Oh, man.
I watch a lot of the Angry Video Game Nerd. I think
that's okay.
Joe Angry. I know who it is. Yeah.
It's Rolf.
He did a crossover with Nostalgia Critic. That's that's who I'm talking about. Yeah, those guys. And Channel Awesome or whatever it was called back in the day. It's been a while since I watched your stuff. It's been a minute. But so did you ever get into the other stuff that was out there around the time, like VR Troopers or Beetleborgs or anything like that?
Yeah, we watched a lot of VR Troopers. We thought it was funny because Jeb, the name of the dog, that's my dad and my brother's initials. So
Oh wow!
Beetleborgs were cool because I kind of had to crush on the girl that was on there too, along with Kimberly. Kimberly was my first crush, but
I don't blame you. I won't blame you. It's just kind of hot.
Yeah.
Did you see that she's starting to direct stuff now, Kimberly? Well, Amy Jo.
Well, yeah, I've heard you talk about it before.
Yeah, I'm really excited about her doing that because she was good in front of the camera, but she's a little older, and I think she wants to experiment with behind the camera stuff, which I'm completely okay with because it lets artists do artist things behind the camera. Like, did you ever see? I'm pretty sure you've seen Ragnarok, right? Thor Ragnarok. So the guy who directed that was an indie director, and you got all those amazing camera shots. Like, you ever see? You remember that scene where they're walking up into the hallway, and the crane, the camera goes under the floor and back over, like a crane shot above them. You remember that scene?
It's been a little while since I've seen the movie.
Well, they have these really, really cool shots. Like, indie directors have really cool shots and stuff. So, there's this really cool scene where like they're walking in the hallway and like the camera's under here, and so it goes all the way above like that from beneath the floor. Right?
Huh.
Kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a one shot.
Kind of, yeah. It's all
Yeah.
take. It's one long take, and it's the director is Taika Waititi,
And
he does fantastic stuff. Like
Jojo Rabbit was pretty good.
Jojo Rabbit was pretty funny.
Yeah.
If you like Jojo Rabbit, I recommend his other movie called Hunt for the Wilder People. That movie is freaking hilarious.
I heard that one.
And Danny Bacon. But it's the kid from Deadpool 2 is in that movie. So
the little Chucky kid?
Yeah,
the prison Waldo kid?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just as funny.
That's great.
Okay, but yeah, watch that movie too. It's great. You'll love it.
So I remember you were telling us about that you have another passion that you follow too, is the Ghostbusters line.
Yes. Ghostbusters, like the original Ghostbusters 1984, that's my favorite movie of all time. So
fair.
Hasbro has been putting out a lot of figures for that too recently in the last 2 years, and so I've been trying to keep up with that.
Have you seen Sam's collection, TN Ranger? He has that proton pack on his wall.
I did see the proton pack in one of his videos, and I commented, that I really want that proton pack. Hasbro had like a HasLab proton pack thing that they had for was that crowdfund?
Okay.
But it was like $400, and I didn't have it at the time, and you had until like December 12th, and so I missed out on it. So I'm not going to get there. I have their Neutrino one, but unfortunately I can't get unless somebody on TikTok that loves me so much, send it my way.
We have his home address. We'll send it to you in the DM. It's fine.
Yeah.
Back office. The door's unlocked.
Yeah. So with that HasLab, they actually reached all their reach goals. So like for the $400 you're paying, you're getting like basically everything with it. And I saw that was pretty cool.
It's gonna be the full one. You're gonna get the hose connector so you can connect it. It's got like a pack, so whenever you connect it to the Neutrino one, you just use the batteries from the pack and not need batteries for the wand and the pack.
That's cool.
Okay.
All right.
And then some other, like a stand, some slime you to put on it, and other things.
Nerdy things, yeah.
Yeah. I saw that Hasbro actually released a 2-pack that spoiled the movie, and it was like kind of like by accident. It was the family that hunts together or something like that, and
because it came out after the movie, but it was like the week of the movie.
Yeah,
so it was Ghost Egon, and I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it for anybody that's listening, but Ghost Egon and Phoebe. I can't find that anywhere because it's a Target exclusive. I don't know if it's a Target exclusive, but that's the only place I can find, or that I know that's at. But I got to Target too late, and it's already been rummaged through because of Christmas. So,
well, if I find it, I'll let you know. I can always get you one.
Let me know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie was pretty good. Afterlife, I liked it. It was
I loved it. Yeah,
seen
it 4 times. It was a really good send off for Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
Normally, like if say Harold Ramis was still alive, probably wouldn't have liked it so much because it played too much on nostalgia and redid a lot of the elements from the first movie. But the way they did it, because of Harold Ramis, it works. It works, and it's kind of a standalone.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, the only thing I'm mad about is that kid Rex Ecto-1, man, like just destroy.
I guess that what's that show from the 70s? Starsky and Hutch Jump.
Yeah, and I was really mad about it. I'm like, really, you're gonna.
Yeah, but Winston takes it at the end, and he's going to refurbish it.
Yeah, but I was still really mad about that the jump. I was still mad about that. I'm still sour about it.
Yeah, but if you had one, wouldn't you take a sweet jump off of it?
No,
Right. No.
I don't want to
I
ruin it.
would.
Like it's still a good
Actually,
car.
with that condition, it probably wouldn't have ran after that. So there's a lot of
Exactly.
license to make it still run.
Like I don't want to ruin it, man. Like it's barely functioning as it was. It was never
Yeah.
in good shape.
So we with that, so the Ghostbusters and all that. Is there anything else you're into? Like like giant robots, and I know you said you like the Megazords, and you base the seasons off of that.
Yeah. The Megazords is kind of like what draws me more into Power Rangers. Especially with the toy collecting, I just always loved those. Unfortunately, when I was a kid, the only one we got was the Ninja Megazord with the frog, and which I liked it, but that was the only one. I wanted the other Megazord because that's my favorite Megazord. The Red Dragon Zord's my favorite all-time Zord.
Okay.
That was back when the
Okay.
Zords were better than they are now.
Did you ever, by any chance, get your hands on the Turbo Megazord ever?
I almost did once in 2017. We have a store in Tulsa called Vintage Stock, and they had that. And I recently, at that time, got the Astro Megazord from In Space.
Very nice.
But they had the other Megazord that they had in Space. They had the Turbo Megazord. And I was waiting the next week for me to get paid to buy it, and then a tornado went through and destroyed the store.
Fair enough.
So,
Oh wow, God damn.
yeah,
Okay. Well,
it made me sad. Like the tornado didn't there was no injuries or anything. It just kind of skipped a few places. It only hit like businesses. It seemed like it. It was late at night. The stores were already closed, but
yeah.
there's a shopping center that had like an AMC, a grocery store, had a Michaels, Barnes and Noble, Chick-fil-A. It hit the Michaels. It hit the Vintage Stock and like three of the stores around it, and the TGI Fridays. Everything else was okay.
Okay. Well, the DJI
Oh, wow.
licenses go.
Yeah. They kind of bounced and hit like a car dealership, and then.
I was going to tell you that the Turbo Megazord, the individual figures for it were die cast. So
yeah, I think
metal and stuff. So it was always kind of cool because we had not a cousin, but like a cousin who had one, and all like everything was all die cast. You couldn't break it. It was really cool. You could break it, but it was really hard to break it.
And they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, the toys nowadays are all just plastic. Expensive.
Yeah.
The green and pink one from Dino Fury, and I'm like, what in the world is this thing?
And they're so tiny too.
And I try to like turn it into something, and I'm like, this is it doesn't look anything like the picture or the show.
Right.
They make them for you to be able to be creative and kind of like
mix and
match. No, I think and I did it better with their what did they call it?
Legos.
But well, they called it one where their Zords were where you can actually mix and match from other shows. Like even the Legacy line of Zords, you can mix with. Maybe they didn't do it with the Ninja Steel, but they did it with the Megaforce.
Oh yeah. Where
yeah, they did it with Ninja Steel too. Because I had the Ninja Steel Megazord, and I put like the arms from the Ninja Megazord.
Yeah.
On there, they had the same connectors.
Okay.
So you can actually mix and match different seasons together.
Okay. I think I think they were going with that for with Bandai. No, Bandai for the
that was Bandai.
Gokaiger stuff, or the Super Mega Force for us Americans.
Yeah, they were under the Ranger keys, right?
Yeah, Super Mega Force.
They were under.
Yeah, Super Mega Force had the Ranger keys. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a rough season to watch.
I saw like the last one, the legendary battle, and I'm like, this is not. It wasn't that legendary.
Whenever you get around to it, I highly recommend Gokaiger, the actual Sentai series for it. It was fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They have a movie coming out for it really soon. Like 10 years later kind of movie. And it looks pretty dark and gritty, and I really want to watch it.
Apparently, it's already out. It's pretty cool.
I know it's in theaters right now in Japan, but I don't think it's ever going to come over here.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's hard to access to that unless you know the ins and outs, or if you know how to pirate stuff.
Zero to Hero do not condone piracy at all. But if you want to, you could use a VPN and look up an application called Deluge and hit up a website called the Pirate Bay.
If you use our discount code JuicyGlutes, you get 15% off.
We do not condone any of this at all. No piracy.
Yeah.
If you want to, you totally could do things. But no piracy. No. Bad. No. Transmission on Linux and Mac. Okay, but yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah, I do recommend watching Gokaiger. Gokaiger was actually really good. Isn't there a place someone has a place where you can actually watch some of the stuff, right?
So Shout Factory TV, it's an app. It's on Roku. It's an app in the Play Store or Google Play. They have all the ones that Shout Factory was able to do. They have it from Jetman, which is the season before Zyuranger, until there's like maybe 10 or 11 of the seasons on there. But then and Hasbro bought the property. I guess they not long after that they stopped allowing Shout to stop getting it.
Yeah, when Hasbro rebought the property and stuff, that was rough. Because I remember the Shout Factory did a lot of really cool stuff for it.
Yeah, because they released the DVDs of like all those seasons: Zyuranger, Die Ranger, Kaku Ranger, Car Ranger.
Yeah, Car Ranger. Okay, so Turbo was like hard to watch, but Car Ranger, like they just played way into like the goofiness of the show.
It was silly.
Yeah, it was. They laid into it hard, and so it's a lot more fun because I know they want the Turbo. They wanted to be like serious, and like they couldn't figure out if they wanted serious or funny, and that's what kind of screwed it all up. While Car Ranger just was like, oh, just go all into it, just keep going.
And what's funny was like in Japan, the popularity was going down until Car Ranger, and Car Ranger it was the opposite. It was Car Ranger kind of crashed it, and then or Turbo Ranger, then they had to Turbo. They had to basically reboot it within the same show. Then they basically swapped out the characters, and then in space that was going to be the last season.
Yeah, they went all out for it too.
It was cool. Yeah, they like finished that whole Zordon arc, Mighty Morphin, arc. Then it got so popular that they brought it back for Lost Galaxy.
Yeah, Lost Galaxy was it was good. But it wasn't in space.
Yeah.
Like it's you can't match that because that was they thought they were going out. That was it.
That was like going to be the swan song, Power Ranger swan song, and
really well done.
Probably had the most emotional ending of all of them.
Some of the magic tears that was a little weird, but it's Rangers, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
It's really funny whenever they're like, "We are the Power Rangers," and Bulk Skull's like, "They're the Power Rangers."
Oh yeah.
Like, they don't even know who these people are.
So. Like, what the hell? Like, you don't know who these people are. You only met them once. Come on.
Yeah. It was like this big, big reveal for them whenever those weren't the people that they were actually interacting with through most of the series.
Right. I do like the Bulk and Skull story arc where they went from the bullies to bumbling idiots to the backup heroes, and it was freaking great. Did you see someone's making the helmets and stuff for Bulk and Skull, like the guys who played them? They're making them the actual helmets.
Yeah.
the the warthog and the other one. I don't remember the other one. But
Oh, like whenever they were trying to make their own Power Ranger helmets, or
you're not caught up with the comics, are you?
oh, I haven't watched a whole lot. So I mean, I've got a lot of the comics, but I haven't read a whole lot of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the comics, there's a one little arc where Bulk and Skull become Power Rangers. It's like a throwaway arc at the end of the comics, but they become Power Rangers, and it's adorable. And then he has to wipe their memory, and I'm like, oh damn.
I wanted to pre-order because they're coming out with a Zed helmet. Hasbro is, and GameStop. Whenever I went after they announced that it was up for pre-order, or Hasbro announced it, GameStop, it wasn't in their system, so I don't know if it still is or not. So that kind of stinks. So I really want the helmet.
I heard it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
a lot of people like it so far, and I'm just, don't get me wrong, the helmets are cool, but that one's really big.
Yeah, my buddy in England has it, and he said it's like pretty freaking awesome because it has even a voice changer in there with it.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think you can match the guy who did Zed's voice. He just
no, you probably won't match that.
Did you
that's like when they brought Zed back for Dino Fury. Like it didn't sound anything like him.
Yeah, well, the guy who
the guy
who did his actual voice died.
So. And the fandom was actually more upset. Oh yeah. The fandom was more upset that they brought Lord Zed back for a half an episode and then don't even give any information about where he went to and stuff like that.
Well, technically, he wasn't Zed anymore because the whole in-space arc, all the villains turned basically into normal people.
Well, if you haven't seen,
disappeared.
If you haven't seen Dino Fury yet, spoiler warning, but they pulled Zed out of time.
Yeah, so I think I've seen like a few scenes from it.
Yeah, so they pull him out of time where he's at his most evil, and he wasn't that evil. But I don't know, like they were trying to finish off the Void Knight arc before they finished season 1. And I think they did a pretty good job with that, because Void Knight, you finally get to see his face, and you see what's behind the door. And so you get a little bit of that, and then he disappears. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. Mystery. We have a big bad floating around in Lord Zed. Okay, let's see what happens. So I'm looking forward to season 2. I am. I'm legitimately looking forward to season 2. I want to see it. I don't care. And I
me too.
The one-liners are amazing in that show. They knocked out the park with those one-liners. Oh dang it! What's his name? The blue guy, the blue villain. What's his name?
I can't remember the guy's name, but the voice actor is very popular.
The voice actor is great, and he has some of the best stupid one-liners.
Yeah,
watch it. Yeah.
I need to, like, I really want to. I've seen like first few episodes when it came out, but then I didn't have cable anymore, so I haven't seen it in a while. But
it picked up.
It was better than it has been in a while.
Yeah, well, like Hasbro picked it up, and they brought us Beast Morphers, and Beast Morphers was not amazing, but it was pretty good. Like I was like, oh, it's pretty good. And this one, not amazing, but it's pretty good. Like
the theme.
Yeah, they nailed
the theme.
It's kind of how Power Rangers has been lately. Like since they brought it back, it's always been promising, but never really.
Well, like Dino Charge season 1 was really good. Season 2, not so much. But since Hasbro picked it up, it's been pretty good. It's not amazing, but pretty solid. And like, I'm not mad about it. Like, heck, they brought Dr. K back for Beast Morphers, and Dr. K, I love her. That
it's not spandex.
Spandex.
Yeah. So outside of Power Rangers, did you catch anything else? Like, did you ever watch like the Mobile Suit series, like with the Gundams and stuff?
No, I never got into any of that. Pokemon, because it came out when I was in middle school, so that was big. Pokemon, Digimon, like both of those collections.
Digimon was a huge thing. Oh my god, Digimon! Oh,
that was a big thing.
It's huge outside the U.S. It's massive everywhere else but here. But Pokemon's great here. Like I played all the Pokemon.
Oh yeah, they sell. They profit like hell off them.
I kind of wish that Digimon kind of took off more than it did, because they had the Digimon movie, but the original movie was basically 3 short movies to split into one movie.
Movie that didn't actually make any sense. They had to kind of make it make sense, and it just was. Yeah. And then they had a panda whatever show in the very beginning, which was horrendous. Oh, that was so bad. That oh god, what was? Oh, it was just a black and white thing that you know what I'm talking about, right? In the movie.
It's been a while. It's been like a long time since I've seen the movie.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
If you watch the movie, if you watch the actual theatrical release, it's like a 10-minute short before the movie of Angelica something, and it's horrendously bad. And then the actual movie starts. But I will say, on the VHS release, is the first time we saw Time Force.
Is it?
Yeah. If you watch the VHS release, it was the very first time we saw Time Force, and you get. Well, it wasn't the very first time we saw him, but it's the very first time we got the theme song for the intro for Time Force. And I remember watching it. Billy and I were sitting there watching it, and we saw that intro, and it blew our freaking minds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it shows the intro for Time Force is like coming soon. And you're like, ah.
Yeah, we had the VHS when it came out a long time ago, but somehow it disappeared. We think that my brother may have let somebody borrow it and they never returned it, but he's still
damn.
But we think he did.
Yeah. Thanks again, Ben, for coming on and chit-chatting with us for a bit. Definitely love hearing your side of the story, especially like the whole Ghostbusters thing. I don't think a lot of people really follow that, and it's something interesting to hear from the Power Rangers, you know?
Remember, if someone asks if you're a god, you tell them you're a god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And so you got any like last words, any shout outs you want to give out?
No, this has been fun. I've never been on a podcast before, so it's kind of interesting to be able to talk about stuff that I'm passionate about, that I enjoy. And I wouldn't have been able to do this, meet you guys, if it wasn't for TikTok and then the community that we have for Power Rangers. It's an amazing community, and I talk to people from TikTok more than I talk to people outside. So
yeah,
well,
it's been a fun ride.
People skill issues.
Yeah, people skills.
Yeah. You got the people skills there, buddy? It's all good.
Better people skills.
Huh? Who are you?
Oh, hey. What you got, Jim? You got anything last to say?
Not a whole lot. Thanks, Ben, for coming on the show, man. It was a pleasure to have you on. I know this has been a technically weird episode for us, but it's growing pains, right? Besides that, though, Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Hope you guys didn't get in too much trouble, guys and gals. Get in too much trouble for New Year's. And if you did, don't come asking us for legal advice. We're not going to give it to you. It's not a chance. Like, oh no, you're in legal trouble. Oh no. All right.
All right.
You want to wrap it up?
Until next time, right?
Until next time.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time.